I look like Jesus came back, but he forgot why. Like I know there's something I was supposed to do, just not quite sure. This is my impression of those little lizards doing those push-ups. They're doing push-ups all day, but their arms are still skinny. What's the deal? My favorite guy in the gym is the guy who's using everything. You go to sit down on a machine, some guy in the parking lot is like, I'm using them. Dude, one time I went to sit on the machine and I got a call from an unknown number. He says, hello, I'm using that.
I've got a very special guest. It's hilarious. The next Jerry Seinfeld, John Jacobs.
Wow.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'd love to be the next billionaire comedian. That'd be amazing. Jerry Seinfeld. How about that? What's going on? But yeah, how did you even hear of me? How did you find me?
You just popped up. I think it was on Facebook. I started seeing your clips, and I was just like, this guy's hilarious. And I just had to keep finding more about you. Followed you on Instagram, checked you out on YouTube, and I just kept watching more and more. And I just love your style.
Wow. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. Yeah, dude, I feel like I'm dying out here. I'm so close to just giving up everything.
No, don't, man. It's
Okay,
gotta be
if you
close.
don't want me to, I won't. I know. I
Yeah.
feel like it always feels like I'm so close to getting something or making something happen, but it's brutal. Well, because I've been living in New York, kind of. I spend months out here at a time, and then I spend months in London. But yeah, I feel like I'm just not getting booked out here. I'm having no luck in New York, so it's just a shame. Like I went from doing stand up every night all the time to like not doing stand up at all. So it's brutal, and fingers crossed anybody ever sees me or decides to book me.
Yeah, man, I can't, I don't know what's going on there because, yeah, it's a long time since I've seen someone with your style. It's a unique style I haven't seen before, but someone who's made me love comedy again, like you.
Oh wow. Well, thank you so much. That's so nice of you to say that.
Yeah, I love the clips you're putting out as well, and you're talking to people on the street. That's cool. How did
Oh,
that come
thanks.
about?
Yeah. What's that? How did that come about? Well, I've always loved like interviewing people, and it's kind of journalism. And yeah, I like talking to people, and it feels like just talking to people, they open up pretty quick, and whatever I ask, they seem to be willing to answer. So yeah, it seems like I always get good interactions and good moments just talking to people. So I love it, and it's fun for me. And yeah, it's a fun way to just see how people react to some abstract questions.
Yeah. What's been your funnest moment? Is there any standouts for you when you've been traveling or performing?
Um, Oh wow, performing too. Yeah, highlights. Geez, I don't know. With street interviews, there's been moments where like people have flashed me on the sidewalk or something. That's exciting. Drunk people saying wild things. Performance wise, I did a cabaret in London a bunch of times, and that was a lot of fun. And I sang some of my original comedy songs in like a cool cabaret theater, so that was really fun. And really anything that I think pushes me outside of my comfort zone, I think is pretty cool. Like I did stand up on a train, and I did stand up outside, and I did stand up as Jesus on the cross. So like, all those wild moments I think are exciting and memorable. And yeah, it's fun to do a challenge for sure.
Yeah, that's cool. I've seen the ones on the train too. Do you get nervous before, or you're so used to it now?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I get nervous for those ones for sure. But I like it because it feels like if I can do stand up on the train, then like, the stage becomes that much easier and more simple. So yeah, I think it's a good thing to do stuff that makes you nervous, because it helps you get stronger as a performer.
Definitely. I love even your Dragon Ball Z skits as well. I love it.
Yeah, on at the Comic Con. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I love doing stuff about anime, especially because like those are jokes that I couldn't really do on a regular stand-up stage because people wouldn't even know what I'm talking about. So to have an audience like a Comic Con is perfect to do that stuff.
I think that's what I loved about you too. You're just so versatile. I feel like you can go anywhere.
Oh wow. Well, thanks so much. That's so nice of you to say. Yeah, it feels like I don't even know anymore. Like with my content I put out, it's like it feels like it's like two-third negative comments, maybe one-third good comments. I don't even know anymore, man. I've just been making stuff for so long, and yeah, it's probably been 16 to 18 years of producing content. And every now and then you get lucky and something works, and most of the time it's not much anything. I've probably made like 1,500 videos at this point, and yeah, just gonna do it until I can't anymore, I guess. And I like making stuff, so it feels like art to me a little bit, and it makes me happy, so I like doing it.
I love watching it. So yeah, definitely. I think it's gonna
Well,
take off, man. Like you're hilarious, and
thank you.
I've seen some
Oh,
good
you're so
comments,
sweet.
man.
Yeah, yeah. Every now and then there's some nice people.
Yeah, they come
Yeah, I
along.
know it's tough, man. Yeah, I've been down recently. I don't know, man. It's just I think it's just something about like performing stand up for over 16 years now and still not getting like a good break. I'm just like, when is it ever gonna work? Or when am I don't have an agency. I'm not signed to anybody. I don't have any representation. So it's like, yeah, no matter what I seem to try to do, no matter who I reach out to, I'm not getting lucky in that sense. And I'm not yeah, I'm not finding anyone who wants to represent me. And maybe somebody will see this. Who knows?
Yeah,
But yeah, so I'll just keep putting out content and I'll keep putting out stand up and fingers crossed one day I can do it a little bit better.
this could be it. You need like a movie trailer.
No, this could be it. Yeah, yeah. It's an interesting space you're in right now. It looks dark in there besides the screen you've got going on.
Just moved in, still trying to get the lighting fixed. It's like my office.
Okay.
But I got all the
Okay, cool. Yeah, I
artwork
like the
behind
pictures
me.
behind. Yeah, the art looks cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I got
looks like it could be a real studio.
yeah, well, that's what I was trying to pull off.
So
Thank
you
you.
just moved? Why'd you move?
I just bought a house.
Sweet.
Yeah, so probably the last 2 weeks just been non-stop working after
Nice.
work.
What do you do to afford a house?
I work in logistics at for a mining
Okay.
company.
For a mining company.
Yeah.
Wow, I have no idea what the logistics could be on a mining company. How many children get lost in the mines?
Yes.
Right, right. Okay, what part of Australia do you live in?
Western Australia. So yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
it's winter here now, but it's usually always hot where I am.
Okay, so it's cold over there right now.
Yeah. Yeah, rest around everywhere else is freezing, but here it doesn't get too cold. It's like perfect temperature.
Yeah, do you see any wild animals in your neighborhood?
Yeah, not really. Occasionally kangaroos.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. Us snakes.
Okay, yeah, lots of snakes over there.
Yeah,
Cool,
scary.
cool.
I don't like snakes, but I've seen a few snakes here.
Okay, that sounds cool. Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah.
I like wildlife.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. If you came over here, there's some awesome sights to see, and the further you go out of the cities and towns, you'll see cool wildlife like emus and yeah, all different stuff like kangaroos.
Nice. Have you ever been to America?
No, that's on my to-do list one day. When if I can ever afford to do anything again after getting a house.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, you're not missing much. It's,
Yeah,
it's the same as over there, just different accent.
different accent. Yeah, 12 hours. What are you, 12 hours? You're on the 29th still, so it's nothing really
Yeah,
changed in the future.
are you in the future or are
I'm
we
in the
ahead of you?
future.
Oh, wow. So it's the 30th over there?
The 30th, yeah. It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, so what's different? What changes between today and tomorrow?
Yeah, it's like John Jacobs' art coming to go up on the wall. So that's,
Oh, yeah, that'd be
so,
nice.
yeah, it's
People would be like, who is that?
big changes, big changes.
No, big changes. Speaking of big changes, I cut my hair yesterday.
But I know, I wanted to say something. I was like, "What?
I know, I look different. I haven't cut my hair in 7 years.
Who is this guy?" I was
A
like, come on,
brand new
man, you can't
person.
just get your brother to sit in on this and pretend it's John
I
Jacobs.
know, I know. I'm totally different now.
Yeah.
Well, cut my hair because I probably got to get some sort of real job soon. I've just been doing a bunch of bullshit for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, 7, 8 years with long hair. I figured it was time just to
Yeah.
for some sort of change. Looking the same way for 7, 8 years, it gets old, I feel like.
Well, I just shaved today. I had a beard. Like,
Okay. Oh wow. Oh yeah, I guess your
yeah.
pictures all had a beard in it.
Yeah.
So why did you change?
Not sure. Just the same thing. I decided I needed a change. So,
Yeah, yeah. So this podcast is all about change.
yeah, it wasn't working for me,
Yeah.
so I just shaved off the beard.
Yeah, the same way people are going to change the channel after listening to this boring ass podcast. People are going to be like, what are they even talking about? They're not talking about anything. But that's Seinfeld, the next
Yeah.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, they've covered haircuts, beards, wildlife.
We're really talking about exciting stuff.
Speaking of Seinfeld, who do you look up to? Who inspired you to get into comedy?
Dana Carvey was my first inspiration. And then Tom Green, Greg Giraldo, Pablo Francisco, and George Carlin. So those guys are my favorite. And then a little bit of Bill Hicks. And then Sam Kinison. But, I don't think I'm anything like Sam Kinison. I just love him so much. But the other guys, I can see parts of like Tom Green or Giraldo a little bit, maybe Pablo Francisco for sure. Yeah, so there's a lot of silly guys with like cool voices. So yeah, and they always just look like they're having fun. It's a lot of fun, not serious people, which I loved. Because yeah, I just want to have fun and relax and kind of do whatever I want, which is the dream. And yeah, fuck like normal life and normal whatever. Like I hate people who just want stuff to like be a certain way or like you got to do this. This is how you got to do that. It's like you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything the way anyone says. So it's like as long as you can just, as long as you can as long as you're alive, as long as you're existing, you can kind of do whatever you want. Nobody can tell you to do anything. So yeah, I'm just kind of all about doing whatever makes you feel good as long as you're not hurting anybody, right?
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
just kind of, yeah, exactly. I think it's just kind of like have fun and, enjoy yourself and don't listen to anybody who says anything has to be a certain way or there's no other way.
Should be, yeah, that's freedom right there, doing what you want, what you love.
Yeah, I think I'm a big freedom guy,
Yeah.
which is, yeah, I'm like super, sometimes I'll do political material, but yeah, I mean, especially during the COVID stuff, I thought it was insane, the restrictions and,
Yeah,
you
man.
know, and yeah, the whole, because it's like, what happened to whole, like, my body, my choice, right? And they're like, oh, it's different. Like, this is for what, the good of the world. And it's like, oh, so you're saying you're pro-life then? Like, what are you saying? So it's just, none of it makes any sense.
Yeah.
So, the government changes what they believe based on what they want you to do at any moment.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
yeah, just the more you see and the more you live, just the worse, I don't know, the worse the people in power seem to look. But yeah, just trying to exist around that, I guess.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're doing well. How was London? Like
I
you're well
love
traveled now.
London. Yeah, yeah. So London's great, and I still have a show that runs every Sunday over there, and a Tuesday room I started that another guy's hosting while I'm not there. And yeah, I loved it, and I went to London because I wanted to do stand up without like relying on American references because I'd been doing stand up only in the US. So I was like, oh, well, a bunch of my jokes, I'm just talking about like Chick-fil-A or whatever. Like, I want to be able to go somewhere and know that I can perform without just relying on like talking about American shit. So, so yeah, it was a cool exercise and it went great and I loved it. And, I look forward to going back again and I'm sure I'll be going there the rest of my life.
That'd be cool. If you came, yeah, I think you'd
I
kill it
would
as
love
well.
that. Well, I'll come there and I'll sell 5 tickets and you'll be one of them.
I'll be one of them. I'll be there, front row.
Yeah, hey, I'll do. Yeah, exactly. That'd be great. Yeah, I think that's been the biggest issue. Well, because like I've been doing stand-up for so long, but I can't seem to like sell tickets, Like nobody gives a shit if I'm doing a show anywhere.
I don't know. We've got to get some marketing out there. People don't
Yeah,
know how good
I know.
John
I need to.
Jacobs is.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I need to figure out a way to market my shows. I also have a really squeaky stool over here if you hear that making noise. I'm in a B&B. I'm staying in an Airbnb in a basement in Ridgewood, Queens, New York.
Wow, nice.
So, yeah, none of this is my shit. I'm basically in a model home. None of this
Yeah.
means anything to me. But
Ah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, I'm just living wherever the hell I can live for the moment.
Yeah. Wow. I thought, yeah, it's like, well, he's got the kitchen labeled. He knows where the kitchen is. You can see the
Yeah, it
sign
looks
there.
nice.
Yeah.
I
Homely.
know. It says it's a self-cleaning kitchen. You clean it
Ah.
yourself.
Ah,
Oh,
okay. So it's
humor,
not
comedy.
it
Yeah.
cracks you up. What?
Yeah, but I do have I've been cutting. I do have like a long stand-up special I've been cutting that I'm gonna try to put out soon. Because I did like a 2.5 hour set in Florida over a year ago, maybe about a year ago. And yeah, and I've been taking time cutting through that, so I'm gonna put that out. And I filmed a documentary about somebody out here, which I'm putting out. And yeah, so I'm constantly like making stuff and working on projects, which is good. So yeah, I mean everything I make, I see it kind of like a lottery ticket,
Yeah.
where I'm like, hey, maybe this will be the thing that people will notice and then come want to hang out or whatever.
What's your process when before you do a set? Do you have a special warm up or do you have a routine that you stick to?
I'll write down like bullet points for ideas I want to talk about. And then before a show, I'll usually do some sort of prayer or something and be like, please, God, let me just do well. Let me give them a good night. People want to have a good show, so let me just, make people happy. So yeah, I just try to focus on like, this is fun. This is a fun night out. We're here to have a good time. Let's just have fun. So yeah, trying not to stress too much about it because I think people will put too much pressure on themselves. And it's like, this is supposed to be fun. So I think a lot of times people forget that, this is light, like it's supposed to be a good time.
Yeah.
So yeah, just trying to remember that this is all, it's not, the worst thing that's going to happen is, people don't laugh. So it's not the end of the world if it doesn't go great. So yeah, just trying to remind myself that that it's all for fun.
Are you constantly writing?
Yeah, for sure. Like I have ideas every day, and then I'll kind of start by putting the note in my phone, and then I'll write it out on a notebook and kind of expand whatever the idea was on paper. But yeah, writing every day and trying new stuff whenever I'm able to get up. But yeah, so just yeah, inspired by anything and everything, and plenty of weed too. Weed helps. Been smoking since I was, I don't know, 14, 15. And I can't smoke as much because it hurts my lungs, but I have edibles too. So yeah, I usually get high and then write for tons of hours and edit for tons of hours. So yeah, I mean, I wish I didn't have to rely on weed to help me get creative, but it really just seems like the second that you get high, it all comes out and you can just go for hours.
Yeah, that's your process. It works. So
Yeah, and it's legal, I'm not doing anything wrong, but I just
yeah,
hope it's not hurting me, I hope I
yeah,
don't die from weed.
yeah. I don't think so. It just keep being hilarious.
Oh, thanks. And yeah, either way, we'll have all these podcasts to document my existence. So
Yeah,
hopefully a few of these exist forever, that's how digital seems to work, right? Until
yeah,
the internet is
definitely.
wiped out and everything is destroyed. But
Yeah,
hopefully this exists on like a hard drive too somewhere. You never know.
yeah. I'm gonna have a copy in a safe locked up as
Okay.
well.
Yeah, when I'm super famous one day, you'll get to
Yeah,
be like, wow, I interviewed him.
yeah. Look at this. Check that out.
Yeah, check this out.
Yeah, it's one
Be
of
real
I was
cool.
there from the start, man.
You were. I just got a notification that my newest video, it's the content is like not okay on Instagram. I get all these notifications that's like you're violating things, but they don't take it down, which is good. They're just telling me like, but like what? What violates the policy? Me
Yeah.
asking somebody if Taylor Swift ate Travis Kelsey's ass? Is that really breaking the rules? I'm just asking questions. But yeah, so I think that's hilarious. And yeah, I
Yes.
don't, I love, yeah, I think the things I make and ask are hilarious.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I love
you
watching
know,
it. Every time you get a new clip out, it pops up.
oh,
I
thanks.
love following you.
Well, that makes me feel real good. So thank you for saying nice things
That's
about
what I
me.
do. I'm
And I'm
here to
sure
build
everything
you up.
you do is wonderful as well. Not just
Yes.
me, you too. You're
What?
the star.
Stop it. All right, let's make this
I'm
about
just,
me.
yeah, let's make it about you. So how long have you been interviewing people? Why do you do this podcast?
Probably about just over a year. I don't know. My wife was sick before and I was watching like The Sopranos. And I said, man, I'd love to like meet these actors or talk to these guys one day. And she said, why don't you? And then I just popped the idea I should just try and start interviewing people. And I reached out to a couple of the cast members of The Sopranos and they said yes. So that was my
Wow,
first ones.
I love that. Cool,
Yeah.
man. That's
And,
awesome.
and I was
And
like,
that's also how
surely this isn't a
desperate,
real person, but it was.
right? Well, that's also how desperate artists are, that we just want attention so bad
Yeah.
that any stranger can reach out and be like, I have a podcast. And we'll be like, okay, sure,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, no, yeah, we all need to be told that we're good all the time,
Yeah.
which is awesome. But yeah, that's great. Like Sopranos cast members were like, okay,
Yeah. Yeah, that it was very surprising. And I wasn't
yeah,
sure if it
that's
was
super
like
cool.
because it was some guy from maybe they thought, oh, it's some guy from Australia and then
Well, yeah, that
snowballed.
definitely makes it a little more exotic for everybody. They go, whoa, somebody in Australia wants to talk to me. That's exciting.
Yeah. And then after they find out I'm not a big deal at all, and then it's like, ah,
Yeah, they go,
like
oh, it's some psycho in his basement or whatever.
just wasted an hour of my life.
Nah, it's good. It's good. It's good practice. It's good. Whatever. Talking to people, I think, is a good
Yeah.
exercise, and it's good for you.
Yeah, I want to do a certain amount too of different people, actors, comedians, writers, entrepreneurs, all different people from around the world.
Yeah. Eventually, we'll all be one thing anyway. The more we
Yeah.
interact, eventually, everybody will look the same and sound the same. And who knows? Everything will be one. We'll be merged with technology. We'll never have to think again.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going to happen. I think the world is just going to become an airport. I
Yes.
think that's the
That's
goal. I think
that'd
that's the goal. They want everything to be super sterile and safe. And, just a mall. They want the world to be like an airport where, everything is super secure. You always got to go through security.
yeah.
No, there's no crime. But
Everything's
yeah,
scanned.
it'll be safe, but yeah, we're all scared of authority. So yeah, everything will be super safe, but we also won't enjoy anything really. It'll just be
Yeah.
going through motion. And that's kind of what every movie shows. That's like what every future movie shows, that, everything always ends up that everybody's wearing all white for some reason.
Yeah.
So maybe because you can see if anything's dirty easier if everything's white.
Get 'em.
So it's easier to stomp out the difference if it shows up.
Yes.
So
Definitely.
yeah, I think that's the future. And yeah, we'll all have the chip in our hand or whatever.
Yeah.
All of our money will be connected to our body. And yeah, so again, they'll be able to shut it down immediately, like Bill Burr mentioned that back in the day. But
Love Bill
yeah, it's
Burr.
definitely going to be, yeah, Bill Burr's a superstar for sure. But yeah, it's like they're giving us coupons and taking away our rights slowly. It's like we're getting more comfortable, but we're also getting more confined at the same time.
I feel exactly the same way. I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, just even right now, like Instagram being like, this violates terms. And it's like,
Yeah.
what terms? I asked somebody a question that's like silly, but they're
Yeah.
like, oh, because like the other one was like, tell me your favorite N word. And then that got a strike on TikTok and they
What?
threatened to ban my, yeah, I might get my TikTok banned for posting silly videos like that.
That's
I know
crazy.
it's not right. I know.
That
And
is
yeah, and
hilarious. And
like
then you're
even
like,
like yeah, thank you. Yeah. And even like Twitter or X now, I don't even believe in that when it's like Twitter's the only place with free speech now. And it's like, sure, but like what? Free speech that's cool with Elon Musk? Like
yeah.
it's not free speech, it's the stuff that he likes.
Yeah, whatever whatever he's choosing is that's okay.
Yeah, they've decided that that's free speech, whatever he likes. So yeah, it's like who knows? I mean, maybe the yeah, even like Trump's social media, his he was trying to brag that his would be like pure, but of course it's just the same anywhere where it's just whatever this person likes
Yeah.
becomes like the standard.
Whatever their agenda is.
Yeah, for sure. I also
Uh,
think I'm sick. My girlfriend lives with a dog and a cat, and
yeah.
I was staying with her some nights, and yeah, I think I'm allergic to dogs and cats. And the city. The city's disgusting. New York's a disgusting place, but we just pretend to like it. New York is great if you're rich. And
Yeah.
the trick is like you got to come to New York and you got to pretend you love it just in case one of the rich people interacts with you. So
Yeah.
then you can be like, I love it too. We're the same. I should live like you and have what
Yeah.
you have because we both like it. We both deserve
Yes.
to live good. But I don't know. Yeah, it's New York is a city where you just go back and forth loving it and hating it, where it's like I'll love New York for 30 minutes and then I'll hate it for 2 hours. But yeah, New York is mostly sitting on the subway train.
Yeah.
That's like 90% of life in New
That's how
York.
I imagined
It
it.
fucking yeah, I mean yeah, like that's the you just have to love that experience. That's the whole going out in general. It's just like what are we seeing on the train today? And there's a lot of shit. And it's yeah, it's dirty and gross, but it's entertainment, and you record it on your phone. People
Yeah.
laugh at it. Yeah, so I have no idea what I'm doing in life at all, but I'm trying. You got any ideas for me? What should I be doing? How do I fix my life?
Just keep showing up. Keep pushing
Yeah,
forward.
keep showing up.
Keep showing up.
That's sweet.
That's what someone
Yeah,
said to
that's what
me.
everyone's told me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I'm
people have
not in a
told me
great
for years.
position, but yeah, I don't know, just where I thought I was gonna be 5, 10 years ago. You think nothing's gonna happen. And
Yeah.
so I said just keep showing. I just kept pushing on, and then I got to where I wanted to be and I was like, yeah, this is shit. This isn't that great. And then
All right. Yeah, that's the trick. Yeah, you work so hard to get something and then you get it and you don't like it anymore anyway.
yeah, and then yeah,
But
I just got just on to the next goal. I think that's I don't know, I feel like I just gave terrible advice. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if there is any good advice. I feel like Instagram, social media, I've seen every motivational thing that exists, every manifestation thing that exists, and I don't know. I mean, I think if you're nice to people, that seems to help a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think just being nice to everyone around you is
Yeah.
pretty much the best thing you can do. So,
I feel like that's me.
so just trying to do that. But
Well, that was my next
yeah,
question. What advice would you give to someone, they want to start doing comedy, they want to start writing? What?
yeah, it is just kind of like the do it thing, like you say. Because yeah, there is no answer and there's no trick. So it is just like just do it and make stuff you like and try to figure out why that thing is funny to you and if you can share that idea of why it's funny to you because I think that's the goal of like when you think something is funny, it's like how can you make people see it and enjoy it as much as you do? So you have to explain why it is funny to you, and then you get something out of that. So yeah, I think just figuring out your perspective and your voice and stuff is important. And yeah, I'm still trying. I still clearly haven't figured it out. So I have no fucking idea.
Where did you grow up? Where are you originally from?
I grew up in the suburbs of Maryland, or I mean, Washington D.C., but I grew up in Chevy Chase, Maryland, which
Yeah.
is on the border of D.C. And it's nice, and it was cool, and I liked going to DC sports games growing up, and seeing all the government buildings and the monuments was pretty cool. And yeah, it definitely feels like it's part of like from some lost society that existed before us because we've never made buildings like this ever again, and we don't even attempt to, like even for fun. So like none of this makes sense, but we're just supposed to believe that, oh no, this was built before there were cars or drills or any technology. They were able to move these, 20-ton cement blocks hundreds of miles using what? But
Yeah.
yeah, so it really doesn't make any sense to me. And I hate that we don't know, and I hate that they don't tell us stuff. But Yeah, who knows? I mean, maybe it's for our own good, right? That's what they assume. They assume if we know whatever they know, we'd go crazy and we wouldn't work anymore.
Yeah,
So I
figure it
think
all
that's, I
out.
think that's, yeah, I think if we knew how crazy stuff actually was, we wouldn't put up with how terrible stuff is. So I think that's why it's hidden.
Wow, that's my thoughts exactly, but I never say it.
Yeah, and then like the best case scenario is like the Avengers scenario, which is
Yeah,
that they're actually protecting us from some terrible evil, but they're
yes,
but you know, but they're not telling us about it because we just can't handle the
yeah,
truth.
we can't.
So it's like, yeah, that's like the very best case scenario. It's like, no, we're actually saving your lives on a daily basis,
You're
but
ungrateful
we're not
people.
telling. Yeah, exactly. Which is probably how they believe we should act. But in reality, it's probably just they're super greedy, selfish people and just
Yeah,
want to keep everything for themselves.
yeah, keep
And yeah, it does feel like
everything.
that. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
that's kind of how things work on every level of every other system. So why wouldn't it be that at the top?
yeah, well, that's right. They're just a big business as well.
Yeah, they're just a big business.
That controls all the other businesses. But when did you first realize you wanted to do comedy? Was there a movie, a book, a comedian that you seen and you're like, this is for me?
Um, maybe when I was 16, I yeah, I knew I wanted to do stand up. Well, yeah, I lost my mom when I was young. When I was 16, I lost my mom, and then I immediately was just like, I'm just gonna do stand up because I think something like that, I was like, okay, like, I guess you can just die at any moment. So why not do exactly what I want to do while I'm alive? Because I don't want to die and then think that I didn't spend every moment doing what I wanted to do because it can all go away.
Yeah. Yeah, just sorry. That's gonna be
Yeah, it's
hard.
okay.
Um,
Yeah, she killed herself. Yeah, brutal.
brutal. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I did not
Yeah, and
know
also
that.
I have Tourette syndrome. Yeah, so I have Tourette syndrome too, and that was really brutal when I was young.
Yeah.
So I could barely like control my voice or my movement. So it always felt like I was like being held hostage in my own body or something. So to get away from that, just like freedom, yeah, freedom is so important to me, and having control over my own life is really important to me because yeah, it's like you lived in like a physical jail in your childhood. So to get out of that, it's like I never want to go back to that.
Wow. It's it's you carry yourself so well now. No one
Oh,
looking
thank
out
you.
would never know if you didn't tell them that. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't think anyone would know that I had Tourette's, and I still have it, but I'm just really good at suppressing it, and it only comes out at this point if I'm like really tired or stressed.
Yeah.
So yeah, luckily I've been able to control that now. But yeah, it still is always there and it still affects me, every day. So yeah, just trying to live past that.
Yeah. Definitely it's amazing, yeah, much you've been through then and just keep going how you're going. I'm glad you haven't given up, man. I
Thanks,
love
man.
watching you. I
Yeah,
love
I don't want to
everything
give
you
up.
do.
Ah, you're so nice. Yeah, I mean it sucks because like so many days I'm just like, why am I doing it? What's the point? Like nobody
Yeah.
cares. Like I'm broke, like nothing great is happening. So, and if anything, it's like more like negative things are continuing to happen. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's like how long can I try with no traction before I just give up? But I believe I have like a great talent. I believe like I have the ability to be like, one of the best performers to ever exist, whether it's in production in comedy or as a stand-up comedian. But I feel like I have, one of the greatest comedic minds that could potentially, go on. I just haven't had opportunities to really showcase what I can do. Like I know I can create some amazing stuff and I know I can do some really amazing stuff, but no one is really taking a chance on me and no one's really giving me the time to do that.
I feel the same about you. Like first time I've seen you and watched you, I was like, man, you can just tell you got something. I'm not
Oh,
just saying that either.
thanks.
Like you're
I know
awesome
you're
at what you
so
do.
sweet. That's very nice of you. And I wish the fucking world looked at me the way you do, you know?
Yeah,
I wish everybody else could see that. But you see it,
I see
so
it.
that's good. Yeah, as long as you see it, it means it's real.
It's
It
real.
means it
So
exists.
got me excited
Yeah,
about watching comedy again.
someone else thinks it. So it means I'm not insane. It means I
Mm,
must have something going on.
I see it. I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. Someone all the way across the world in
Yeah.
Australia who almost missed our podcast again.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch. You're
I
like,
felt
oh
like
yeah, you're like, oh, you're so great. I'm such a big fan, but I can't even remember to talk to you. Jesus, piece of shit. That's
scumbag.
okay. I know, you fucking asshole.
You know, this
But
is
it's
the
okay.
you're the only person that this has happened with.
Really?
And it's pissed me off because
Yeah.
I am such a big fan of you.
That's so funny. Yeah, for the few people that might watch this or listen to this, he missed the fucking podcast last time.
Yeah.
And then yeah, so it's been months and we're trying again now, and then he almost missed it again,
Yeah.
which is great. How funny. That's comedy at its best. To miss something and then we reschedule it again months later and then to almost miss it again.
Yes. Yep.
I know I was about to really feel down on myself if he
I'm
missed it twice. I was gonna be
scared.
like, is nothing ever gonna work for me? I can't even get on some stranger's podcast in Australia.
I'm sorry,
Unbelievable.
man. I've
It's
been waking
okay.
up all through the night, like, shit, no, it's too early. Going to sleep. I've got
Oh,
like
yeah.
three alarms set. I'm not gonna miss it, and none of them went off.
Oh wow. Oh geez.
Yeah, it was my
That's
worst
funny.
fear came true.
Well, maybe this will be the thing that shoots me up.
Yeah.
This will be my moment where I get discovered, and they'll go, okay, well, all right, sure,
Yeah.
we'll give him a chance.
Yeah, if Thomas Berryman
I
TV
think
gave
the
him a chance,
dream,
we better get on board.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think the ultimate dream, which doesn't even exist anymore, is a development deal. I
Yeah.
love that idea. Yeah, where it's like a network will give you like 500,000 to $1 million to just like work on whatever you want for a year and just get better. Oh,
Yes.
that would be the dream. Yeah, and then they just kind of like, then they have the option to put you in whatever they want
Yeah.
whenever they like. That would be so cool.
You know what you
And
need? A
so
series, like an actual
I
like
would love that.
episodes. I don't know.
I would love that so much. I would love to do a show that like combined like a sitcom, but also with real live interactions of like the street interviews.
Yes.
Where, yeah, like there was a show. It was a Canadian comedy group, and it was called Nirvana the Band, the show. And they kind of did that where they would mix like a set scripted plot with real live interactions with people. And it
Yeah.
was unbelievable. It's an amazing show. And I'd love to do something similar to that where I combine, sketch and sitcom and stuff with yeah, like with real life interactions. So I think that would be a really cool deal.
I could see that. That would be awesome.
I would
And
love that so
I'd be
much.
watching. I wouldn't miss it. I'm telling
Oh, yeah,
you.
yeah, you'd only show up a half hour late. Any other big questions you got for me before I run away from here?
Uh, yeah, one thing I always ask people, do you read a lot and have any books impacted you? Just
I've read a ton of stand-ups biographies. Like I'm trying to think of some of the people like Steve Martin, Martin Short, George Carlin. There's some Chris Farley ones that were written after he died. I read both of Judd Apatow's interview books. I just read a book called the Oral History of Hollywood, which was pretty cool. But yeah, so I'm always reading about the industry and about other artists who I like who have made it. So, and yeah, I think I have a similar kind of background to a lot of these people who, have gotten where I want to go. So that's always a good sign to think I have a similar, background. So yeah, so hopefully that leads to kind of a similar, end result. But yeah, I don't think there's any one book specifically that has had a huge impact as much as it's just like they're all the same.
Okay, what about top three movies of all time?
Top three movies. Ali G in the House by
Yes.
Sasha Baron Cohen. Yeah, that one is for some reason is just like so amazing to me. I love that movie so much.
That is funny.
It's a perfect movie to me. Ali G in the House. And beyond that, Fast and Furious, of
Yeah.
course. I'm a huge Fast and Furious fan. I have all of them, all 10. I love them all. I hated 10 because it's a two-parter.
Yeah.
And I didn't like Jason Momoa's villain because he's silly and he's taking away the seriousness of the movies, which is the best part. But yeah, love Fast and Furious, love Ali G. There's probably some other comedies in there as well, but I can't think about them at the moment. But yeah, those two for me are huge.
Yeah, awesome. I love comedies. Ali G is definitely one of my favorites as well.
Hell yeah.
That movie is so funny. I remember
Yeah.
watching that as a teenager, man. That was so cool.
Yeah, that character is just so good. And that movie was just so perfect.
Yeah.
It was really, really special.
What music do you listen to?
Mostly rap and trance music, some
Yeah.
pop music. But yeah, I really grew up on like rap and techno. I mean, that's what everyone was listening to around me. So naturally, that's just what I listened to. And yeah, so a lot of like, there's a group called the Diplomats, which was like this Harlem rap group, which I loved so much. And then, I was growing up with other people like Rick Ross. I loved Rick Ross. And yeah, DJs, Armin van Buuren, Tiesto, Kashmir, Dash Berlin. Yeah, so yeah, an interesting mix.
Yeah.
But and then yeah, some old random ones, a couple Elvis songs, anything I can sing I like. So yeah, that's pretty basic.
Elvis the King. I love it.
Yeah, Elvis is great. I love the movie, the Austin Butler movie. I
Yes.
liked it a lot.
I really liked it. That was incredible. He's a good
Yeah,
actor.
I thought he was perfect for it.
Yeah. Well, what
Yeah.
compare? I got two. I'll go two more questions so you can get out of here. I know I'm holding you back. Um.
No, you're not. I know. I don't have anything to do here anyway. I was gonna go run. I was gonna go for a little
Oh.
workout.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm cooped up in this damn basement.
Yeah.
Like I can touch the ceiling.
Oh.
You hear that?
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Fucking basement.
when you're not doing comedy, what can people find you doing? Like, what do you enjoy
Jerking
outside?
off. No. Uh, well, yeah,
Yeah.
what do I enjoy doing? I like to bike. I like to play basketball. I like to work out. I like to paint. I like to sing. I like to make music. And yeah, just sitting around with friends, not doing anything. I spend a lot of time alone too. I'll spend entire days kind of just sitting silently. So I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm insane. Sometimes I think I'm the smartest person in the world. Sometimes I think I'm an idiot and nobody loves me. So yeah, just a lot of, the emotions and the feelings change every day with the mood. But I think that's normal though too. So nothing too crazy there. But yeah, if when I'm not performing, yeah, also editing and shooting videos. It feels like I'm always obsessed with making stuff, so I'm always kind of producing something. So, but that's fun to me, and I like it, and I think I think it shows my humor, and I just hope people relate to it, and I hope people think it's good. And yeah, I like making stuff.
Yeah, I love that you're so creative as well. I didn't know that you painted and
Yeah,
sang
yeah,
as
I paint.
well. That's cool.
Yeah, I like to sing, and I have some comedy music. I don't know if you've seen any of it,
I
but
haven't
there's
seen the
some
music.
comedy
I want to
music.
be honest.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to send you some of it.
Yeah, we need a John Jacobs
Cool.
mixtape out there.
Yeah, I did. So I had a 40-song album I put
Oh
out,
shit.
and I know, and then I took it back down for a bit because when the reality show I did was on Netflix, I was like, oh, maybe I can like get on America's Got Talent, and a couple of these songs are like too edgy. So if I take them down, maybe I have a better shot of getting on like network TV. But I did it, so I need to put it back up.
Put it out. Yeah, what was the reality TV show? I seen that. How did that happen? I
Yeah,
didn't
that
see
was
the whole
cool.
show, but I looked up you on.
Yeah, it was called Are You the One? And it was on MTV, and then they put it on Netflix. And then I was on another show called The Challenge for one season. And yeah, they were fun, just live in a house kind of shows and just drama, whatever. It's all pretty stupid, but it was fun.
Is it heavily scripted or is it actually like free flowing? Are you even allowed to say?
Uh well, some people for sure they try to get to like say certain stuff, but for me, they liked whatever I was doing, so they
Yeah.
didn't tell me to do anything. They just let me be myself.
What's your message to the
Yes.
world?
My message to the world is just, enjoy yourself and don't stress and don't worry about what anyone else is doing if you don't like it. I mean, like I'm just so shocked at like commenting on stuff you don't like. Like I've never commented in my life on anything I didn't enjoy because I'm like, why would I go out of my way to be like, this is stupid, this sucks. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. And that's so much of like Facebook is just people complaining and shit. Like all I do on Facebook is just post things I've made. I just like making stuff and putting it out to the world. And yeah, it's like be more productive instead of constructive or instead of critical.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be nice, enjoy yourself, stop worrying about anything else. So yeah, I think that's a good way to live. Just do
Yeah.
your own thing.
I can't work that
Oh
out
yeah.
either.
Well, thanks.
People are negative on there. It's like, man, go away.
Yeah, I know it's tough. I don't understand it. But thanks for talking to me and thanks for
Yeah.
showing up.
Hey,
Cool.
anytime.
Anytime. Cool. Well,
Any,
maybe we'll do it again in a few months. Good talking to you, man. I'm gonna get out
yeah.
of here.
Awesome. Good talking to
Thank
you.
you
And
so much.
thanks, man. You too.
I
Have a
hope.
good day. Have a good run.
Thanks, man. I hope you get to interview everybody you've ever wanted to interview.
Thank you. Well, you are on my list because I'm only ever going to do like 120 different people, and 110, you're one of
And
them.
then what? Then you're gonna stop?
I don't know. I think I was gonna, yeah, I don't know. Do the next thing.
Okay. Okay, sure.
This is
Yeah,
limited
interview
edition.
120 people and then give up and just do
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
I mean,
See you
sure, if
later.
it's just yeah. Yeah, if it's just a project you see of once you do that, you don't want to do it anymore, I guess that's fine.
Yeah. But I might get to the number that I've picked and then be like, no, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, 120, you'll just start being real good at it.
Yeah. Well, better give up now. I've
What number?
just got
Yeah,
it
what
down.
number am I?
I think
Yeah,
like
what number am I?
60 maybe. Like, no, not even that. Like,
Okay,
close to halfway. I'm getting
cool.
there. I've got a few that I haven't
Sweet.
edited yet.
Wow. Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, yeah, man, I hope it works out. And I'll
Thanks.
see you in the future somewhere.
Yeah.
We'll see you later, dude. Thanks
See
so
you,
much
man.
for watching my shit.
Doing this for you. You go, why did Jesus always look so ripped in those pictures? This is why. This is gonna leave a mark. And a John, and a Lucas, come on.